ភាពទេពកោសល្យភាពក្លាហានរបស់យុវជនដ៏ធំបំផុតនៅទូទាំងប្រទេសកម្មវិធីប្រកួតប្រជែងយុវជនអ្នកបន្តវេនសិស្សថ្នាក់ទី12ទូទាំងប្រទេសរដូវកាលទី3ឆ្នាំ2020សូមអញ្ជើញបងប្អូនយុវជនសិស្សថ្នាក់ទី12ចូលរួមប្រកួតប្រជែងសមត្ថភាពលើវិញ្ញាសាប្រឡងជ្រើសរើសសិស្សពូកែថ្នាក់ទី12ទូទាំងប្រទេសវិញ្ញាសាជជែកដេញដោលជាសាធារណៈជាភាសាខ្មែរនិងវិញ្ញាសាជជែកដេញដោលជាសាធារណៈជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសដែលមានផ្សាយផ្ទាល់ពីថ្ងៃច័ន្ទដល់ថ្ងៃព្រហស្បតិ៍ចាប់ពីម៉ោង 12:30 នាទីដល់ម៉ោង 1:30 នាទីរសៀលក្នុង Facebook Page អ្នកបន្តវេនរង្វាន់ធំសម្រាប់ម្ចាស់ជ័យលាភីទាំងអស់រួមមានម៉ូតូកុំព្យូទ័រនិងអាហារូបករណ៍ស្មើនឹងទឹកប្រាក់ជាង158លានរៀលដាក់ពាក្យចូលរួមប្រកួតប្រជែងឥឡូវនេះតាមទូរស័ព្ទលេខ023ការ៉េ6 555 086 608 889 011 643 036កម្មវិធីនេះសហការរៀបចំដោយវិទ្យាស្ថាន CEO និង CEO Master Club ឧបត្ថម្ភធំដោយធនាគារឯកទេស Eon Cambodia PLC សហការឧបត្ថម្ភដោយធនាគារអភិវឌ្ឍជនបទក្រុមហ៊ុន Campaign ឆ្នាំពណ៌ជាតិ
តាំងពីឪពុកម្ដាយរបស់យើងចែកឋានទៅខ្ញុំតែងទទួលបានសេចក្តីស្រឡាញ់ដ៏កក់ក្ដៅពីបងប្រុសគាត់ជាអ្នកមើលថែខ្ញុំជានិច្ចមិនថាមានរឿងអ្វីកើតឡើងទេគាត់ខ្លាចជាអ្នកទំនុកបម្រុងក្នុងគ្រួសារទាំងខ្លួននៅក្មេងគាត់ត្រូវប្រកាសថាប្អូនស្រីគាត់ទទួលបានការសិក្សាគ្រប់ជ្រុងជ្រោយទទួលបាននៅអ្វីៗដែលអ្នកដទៃមាននិងប្រកាសថាប្អូនស្រីរបស់គាត់ជោគជ័យនៅក្នុងជីវិតអរគុណដែលតែងតែធ្វើជាបងប្រុសល្អនិងជាដៃគូដ៏ល្អក្នុងជីវិតខ្ញុំ
សើបៀកដែលល្អគ្មានគូប្រៀបមិនក៏មិនលៀនថ្នាំទ្រនាប់មកអេកស្ត្រាថ្មីក្លិនតិចការពារមានប្រសិទ្ធភាព
អវងហើយ
ចង់ភ្លឺខ្លាំងក៏បាន
ភ្លឺល្មមក៏បាន
Campaign ថ្នាំពណ៌ជាតិ
ខ្ញុំត្រូវការទុនបន្ថែម
ខ្ញុំចង់រៀបចំក្រៅឲ្យល្អជាងនេះ
ខ្ញុំចង់ថែមស្រះមួយទៀត
ព្រោះមិនអាចពង្រីកអាជីវកម្មខ្ញុំបាន
តើអ្នកកំពុងត្រូវការដើមទុនពង្រីកអាជីវកម្មមែនទេឥឡូវនេះធនាគារអភិវឌ្ឍជនបទនិងកសិកម្មផ្ដល់ជូនឥណទានគាំទ្រសិប្បកម្មសហគ្រាសធុនតូចនិងមធ្យមជាមួយនឹងអត្រាការប្រាក់ត្រឹមតែ 5% ប៉ុណ្ណោះក្នុងមួយឆ្នាំកម្ចី$5,000ការប្រាក់ត្រឹមតែ$21ប៉ុណ្ណោះក្នុងមួយខែធនាគារអភិវឌ្ឍជនបទនិងកសិកម្មដើម្បីកសិករនិងអភិវឌ្ឍសេដ្ឋកិច្ចសង្គម
ប្រទេសជាតិមួយខ្លាំងគឺអាស្រ័យទាំងស្រុងលើធនធានមនុស្សខ្លាំងដើម្បីចូលរួមកសាងគុណភាពធនធានមនុស្សកម្ពុជាឲ្យកាន់តែខ្លាំងវិទ្យាស្ថាន CEO សូមទទួលស្វាគមន៍សិស្សនិស្សិតមកទទួលការបណ្ដុះបណ្ដាលនៅវិទ្យាស្ថាន CEO ថ្នាក់បរិញ្ញាបត្រគ្រប់គ្រងពាណិជ្ជកម្មអន្តរជាតិសិស្សនិស្សិតដែលមកសិក្សានៅវិទ្យាស្ថាន CEO នឹងទទួលបានការបង្វឹកឲ្យក្លាយជាបុគ្គលិកពូកែអ្នកដឹកនាំពូកែអ្នករកស៊ីពូកែការរកឃើញទេពកោសល្យជោគជ័យពីកំណើតតាមរយៈបច្ចេកវិទ្យាខួរក្បាលលំដាប់ពិភពលោក Red Scan ការរៀនអនុវត្តជាក់ស្ដែងនិងទទួលបានជំនាញពិតប្រាកដ 100% ការបង្វឹកដោយអ្នកជោគជ័យក្នុងអាជីពនិងអាជីវកម្មពិតប្រាកដការសិក្សាបន្ថែមលើជំនាញភាសាចិនភាសាអង់គ្លេសជំនាញកុំព្យូទ័រជំនាញទំនាក់ទំនងនិងជំនាញនិយាយជាសាធារណៈការធានាការងារធ្វើបន្ទាប់ពីបញ្ចប់ការសិក្សានៅពេលបញ្ចប់ការសិក្សានៅវិទ្យាស្ថាន CEO និស្សិតនឹងទទួលបានជំនាញច្បាស់លាស់អាចធ្វើការក្នុងតួនាទីជាអ្នកដឹកនាំនិងទទួលបានប្រាក់ចំណូលខ្ពស់ជាមួយវិទ្យាស្ថាន CEO យើងរួមគ្នាកសាងធនធានមនុស្សកម្ពុជាឲ្យកាន់តែខ្លាំងលើឆាកជាតិនិងឆាកអន្តរជាតិព័ត៌មានបន្ថែមសូមតាក់ទងទូរស័ព្ទលេខ023ការ៉េ6 555 023ការ៉េ6 999វិទ្យាស្ថាន CEO ក្លាយជាបុគ្គលិកពូកែអ្នកដឹកនាំពូកែអ្នករកស៊ីពូកែ
នាំមកជូនដោយវិទ្យាស្ថាន CEO បង្វឹកនិស្សិតឲ្យក្លាយជាបុគ្គលិកពូកែអ្នកដឹកនាំពូកែអ្នករកស៊ីពូកែនិងក្លាយខ្លួនជាអ្នកមានថ្ងៃអនាគត
CEO Master Club បង្វឹកម្ចាស់អាជីវកម្មឲ្យក្លាយជាអ្នកដឹកនាំធុរកិច្ចកំពូល
ធនាគារឯកទេស Eon Cambodia PLC សាមញ្ញរហ័សងាយស្រួល
ធនាគារអភិវឌ្ឍជនបទនិងកសិកម្មដើម្បីកសិករនិងអភិវឌ្ឍសេដ្ឋកិច្ចសង្គម
ងួនស៊ីថាមានបម្រើជូនសេវាដកដាក់និងប្តូរប្រាក់រហ័សទាន់ចិត្តផ្ដល់ជូននៅកម្ចីសិក្សាដល់និស្សិតព្រមទាំងផ្ដល់ឱកាសការងារជាច្រើនកន្លែងព័ត៌មានបន្ថែមសូមតាក់ទងតាមលេខទូរស័ព្ទ 077 822 ក្រុមហ៊ុនថ្នាំពណ៌ជាតិ Campaign ជាជំរើសដើម្បីសោភ័ណភាព
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, audiences, and good afternoon to my fellow contestants. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great, thank you.
I'm so good today. Oh, you're so good today. Okay, I'm also good today. Maybe. Okay. Welcome to the Bontorvein speaking competition, and this is another round of English speaking competition. And to my right, we have someone. To my right, we have a beautiful lady from Balti, and to my left, we have a very handsome guy from. Where are you from? Parakumpu. Okay. All right. Before we begin the competition, I would like to thank our sponsors for supporting us from the beginning till now. First of all, we would like to thank Eon Specialized Bank. Simple, efficient, and easy. Secondly, we would like to thank Agricultural and Rural Development Bank of Cambodia. Third, we would like a special thank to Nguyen Sita. Nguyen Sita has deposit services, cash withdrawals, and exchange currencies. Moreover, Nguyen Sita also provides student loans to students and willing to provide jobs opportunities. For more information, please contact 077-822-088 or 070-822-088. And lastly, thanks to Campaign for supporting the Bontorvein program. So, to both of you, are you guys prepared for the competition?
Yes, I am.
So prepared?
Yes.
So, I'm expecting like a very good debate or a very good discussion from both of you. Okay, if you don't mind, can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Alright, so first of all, I would like to pay my respect to Brother Pravit and my opponents and everyone who is watching this program right now. My name is LINA. I am a 12th graders of Balti International School, Campus 12, Sadehoy. Today is such a great honor for me to be a part of the Bontorvein program and to present you such a marvelous topic, which is about failing the national exam is the worst thing for grade 12 student.
Okay, thank you so much for the introduction, and it was a very wise and a very clear introduction from you. And now, would you mind introduce yourself to the audience?
Okay, yes. First of all, good afternoon, moderator. Good afternoon, my partners, and good afternoon, all the audiences that is watching live on Bontorvein's page. My name is SEANGHOUR. I'm the grade 12 student from Samdai Hosan Parakumpu High School, located in Phnom Penh. Today, I'm so excited because I have a great opportunity to interpret a value topic that we're gonna talk about. Failing the national exam is the worst thing for grade 12 students. I hope you guys enjoy it with us. Thank you.
Now, failing exams is a very disastrous event for students, and especially I myself also failed once in my life. Once, maybe twice, maybe 3 or 4 times, but yes, you get the idea. Whenever I fail my exam or didn't achieve whatever I want, I feel bad and I kind of look down on myself for a very long time. So now today is a very special. Today is also one of the very special topic is that failing the national exam is the worst thing for 12th grade students, or is it? Now, Lina, would you like to go first?
May you go first?
All right. Would you mind to go first then,
Yes.
SEANGHOUR? All right, please.
Okay.
You have 3 minutes.
as we know, passing the national exam is really important thing for grade 12 students. But if we fail the national exam, it isn't the worst thing for you, but it's a good thing for grade 12 students. Yes, even though we fail the national exam, if we fail the national exam, it's not a big deal for us because something that important if we still continue working on the path that can lead us to be success in the future. So my opinion for this topic is failing the national exam isn't the worst thing for grade 12 students. So I have found 3 choices to do if we fail the national exam. The first choice is talking about decision to continue to the college with associate degree. Yes, students have chance to choose any subjects or faculty with associate degree. Yes, and students can also choose any skill with associate degree and to study for 2 years. And after 2 years with associate degree, students have chance to continue to bachelor degrees at the 3rd years, and they have 2 years more for graduation. Okay, and my second point is talking about decision to learn any specific skill. Yes, if students don't have wish to continue to study at the college with associate degree, they have chance to choose any specific skill to learn, such as mechanic, salon, or repairing, installing, or designing, or any skill that they can choose to learn for 2 years. And also skill they learn can have 2 years period to learn, and the skill they learn they have learned it can afford to their living standard. And yes, nowadays we saw that many people use their specific skill to earn to live. For example, like air conditioning repairers, or hairdresser, or plumbers, or agent of any devices. So students have chance to develop, to grow their lives as normal. And the last point is talking about decision to continue to study for the years in grade 12. Yes, it is the last choice, it's the last decision. When you fail the national exam, you think you can continue to the college with associate degree, but you don't know yourself clearly what is your favorite subjects, what is your favorite skill. So you can try my last decision is to continue to study for double years at grade 12. So, but make it different from the last years by setting your goal at the beginning of the years that this year's I will try to study. I want to get grade A, B, C, or D. Yes, when you can do like that, you will find a new result that and you will find a new result that what is your favorite skill, what is your favorite subjects, and what is your favorite subjects to learn after you finish your high school. Yes, as I said at the beginning, failing the national exam isn't the worst thing, but it isn't a good thing for grade 12 students. So when we fail the national exam, it makes us waste years, waste a lot of money. We can go to studies at universities as the past students, and sometimes we can broke our parents' mind. And conclusion, I want to say that failing the national exam isn't the worst thing because we still have chance, we still have choice to continue to the college with associate degree, or we can learn the specific skill. And I want you to look out that if you fail the national exam, it's not mean that you fail your life. And also look out to the past student, they pass the exam. It's not mean that they success in their life. Thank you. Yes.
All right, thank you so much for the speech, and it was a very touching and also informational.
Yes.
So now, Lina, if you're not ready, then you have to go. Then you also have to go. Yeah.
Okay. So before we get into the topic, I would like to explain about the purpose of the national exam. So basically, students needed to take the exam in order to further their education in university or college and to have high school diploma. Right now, I would like to express my opinion toward the topic, which I completely disagree to the statement saying failing the national exam is the worst thing for a grade 12 student, and I have 3 evidence to back it up. First, failing the national exam doesn't mean we can't further our education. As you can see, a lot of universities in Cambodia are offering students who didn't pass the grade 12 exam a chance to enter what is called associated degree, which allow them to enter the university or the college of their choice without having high school diploma. Moreover, they can even continue to study abroad as long as they have certification from IELTS or TOEFL. Second, failing the national exam doesn't mean we can't take it again. Ladies and gentlemen, take this as a reminder that there isn't any rule stating that we can't take the exam again if we happen to fail for the first time. Students can easily go back to the class and try their best to pass the exam. Yes, I do acknowledge that it is such a waste of time, but 1 year of grade 12 isn't a long time. Moreover, I already mentioned in my previous point that there is a second option, which is getting the associated degree in the university or the college of their choice. Last but not least, failing the national exam doesn't have a huge impact on our future career. A lot of people, especially old generation, tend to say that failing the national exam is the worst thing for grade 12 students because they won't be able to find a great job in the future. But I am here to prove them wrong. Let me tell you what they needed you to be in order to be employed by a company. First, have a basic knowledge in Khmer. Second, get a degree in a major. Last but not least, be fluent with a foreign language, especially English. As you can see, none of this stated that we needed high school diploma in order to get a great job. You know why? Well, because they don't value high school diploma as much as before. But what they value in employee and in human is creativity, ambition, capability, ability, and emotional intelligence. Therefore, failing the national exam isn't the worst thing for a grade 12 student. In conclusion, you mustn't think that failing is the end of the world, and failing the national exam isn't the worst thing for a grade 12 student. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Lina, for the speech, and it was very also helpful to other students as well. That having the same questions like, what if I fail? What should I do? Or for those who fail and doesn't know what to do, then these two have the best ideas ever in the world could come up with. So now, are you ready for the question in time?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Question specifically to Lina. All right. As you mentioned earlier, you said degree is not important.
Yes.
It's kind of important, but not that important. So, and you mentioned that if you have ability,
Yes.
passion, emotional intelligence, you will do fine, just like other people with degree.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
So what claims do you have? Like how, as in Cambodian society, people value degrees more than all of those. Like if you have degrees, then you can go to the university. Then as a Cambodian citizen,
Yes.
what are you going to do if you do not have the degree but you have all of those stuff? Do you
Yes.
understand the question?
So it means that what it means is a high school diploma, right?
Yeah, high school diploma. It's a national exam, so it's a high school kind of diploma or a bachelor.
Yes.
So do you understand?
Yes, I do understand. Thank you very much for your question. So if you don't have a high school diploma or a high school degree, there is actually a lot of jobs that require you to have creativity, persuasion, emotional intelligence, capability, ability. And those kind of jobs are actually starting from artists. As you can see, a lot of young teenagers are really creative when it's come to art. They can draw, they can imagine, and moreover, they can even earn money from just drawing from what they are doing in their own imagination. Moreover than that, as you can see nowadays, music is one of the top famous and very popular in our Cambodian society. And young teenagers tend to earn money from music. So what I'm trying to say is that they can earn it from their own creativity, from their own imagination. And they even knew how to persuade people to like their own music. And they can earn income from that every year, every day, every time. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for the answer. Now, to you, Mr. SEANGHOUR.
Yes.
Can you mention some of the most useful or beneficial associate degrees or associate majors? Like, can you mention some of those so that it's a recommendation to other people?
Some of the job, right?
Yeah, some of the subjects or majors that has associate degrees.
Yes, I think that the subjects that is important associate degree, I think that is lawyers, lawyers or degrees or
Right. Let me rephrase this. Like, what kind of skills that doesn't need degrees in order to achieve or master? Do you know, like, how many skills are those that without degree but you can also master? Do you understand the question? Like, what skill, for example, mechanics or doing something like farmer or something?
Okay. Yes, I do understand it. Yes, the skill that is we can get the degrees is like mechanic or repairing or designing or any skill that can use it to that many people use it to earn to live every day.
Okay. Yes. So you mentioned the key point is that mechanics, designing, and also repairing something like that.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Very beautiful. A beautiful answer. Now, let's get back to the hot topic of my question today. All right. Now, to Lina, what are the possible ways that make students fail their national exam?
Possible way that make them fail.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, thank you for your question. Actually, there are many possible ways that make them fail the national exam. As you can see, during this pandemic, online classes doesn't really bring a lot of benefit to students, especially when it comes to laziness. So, students tend to feel that, why should I even bother get into class when the class were already recorded and there's a lot of content for me to study? So they don't really care about the online classes during this pandemic. So the possible way that they fail is because of laziness. Moreover than that, they don't really care whether the exam gonna come up or not, because they think that the school won't let them fail. They just think that the school would allow them to pass easily without giving a care to the exam. Moreover than that, what the possible way that they can fail the exam easily is mostly about their health. As you can see, during this pandemic, our eyes are having blur vision, and having exam without a good vision is kind of bad, and there is a possible way that you can fail the exam.
So basically, it's their mentality.
Yeah, mentality.
The way they think.
Yes.
Like, all right, okay, the school won't let me fail, so I'm just gonna leave it.
Mostly students think like that.
Okay. Now, do you agree to what she said?
Yes, for me, I agree with what she said, and I also want to add more. Yes, the possible way that make the student fail the national exam is the word wait. Yes, wait 10 minutes, I will do my exam. Yes, wait tonight, I will do my homework. And especially nowadays is COVID-19. So a lot of students in Cambodia is studied by online class, but they think that online class is so boring. So yes, make it skip school. Yes, and yes, that's all.
Okay. Now, this is a very good question to you, Mr. SEANGHOUR, before break, of course. Now, do you think exams are mandatory for students, and why or why not? Or in other words, do you think exams are really important or necessary for students? Why or why not?
Yes, for me, yes, thank you for this very good question. Yes, I think that exam is really important and is necessary for the students, because every work and every workplaces, they really need to employ the human resources that has finished school, that they have master of the job, and especially the expert person to complete their work. Yes. Yes.
All right. Okay. Now, Lina, do you agree to what he said?
I don't really agree to what he said, because I don't think exam is really that important. Because as you can see nowadays, what they really needed in employees is creativity, persuasion, emotional intelligence, and ability. So if you need an exam just to apply for a job, that's really important for that. So basically, exam isn't really important for students. They can just go straight to work as long as they have the ability, they have the degree, they have the certification from IELTS as well. So this is my answer.
Okay, so you basically think that if you have the ability. So without exams, you will do well as well.
Yes.
It doesn't matter where you are, what you do, as long as you have the passion to do it.
Yes.
Then everything will go as
And
planned.
I already mentioned the grade as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to a break, of course, and a very short break this time. Now, if you have any question, please drop your question down below so that our team can pin the question and ask so that I can use it to ask the contestants. And as well as don't forget to show your support by likes and share and commenting down below in our in our post in order to show your supports to our beautiful contestants. Now, without further ado, we have to take a break for 5 minutes. Thank you.
នាំមកជូនដោយវិជាស្ថាន CEO បង្វឹកនិស្សិតឲ្យក្លាយជាបុគ្គលិកពូកែអ្នកដឹកនាំពូកែអ្នករកស៊ីពូកែនិងក្លាយខ្លួនជាអ្នកមានថ្ងៃអនាគត
CEO Master Club បង្វឹកម្ចាស់អាជីវកម្មឲ្យក្លាយជាអ្នកដឹកនាំធុរកិច្ចកំពូល
ធនាគារឯកទេស Eon Cambodia PLC សាមញ្ញរហ័សងាយស្រួល
ធនាគារអភិវឌ្ឍជនបទនិងកសិកម្មដើម្បីកសិករនិងអភិវឌ្ឍសេដ្ឋកិច្ចសង្គម
ងួនស៊ីថាមានបម្រើជូនសេវាដកដាក់និងប្តូរប្រាក់រហ័សទាន់ចិត្តផ្ដល់ជូននៅកម្ចីសិក្សាដល់និស្សិតព្រមទាំងផ្ដល់ឱកាសការងារជាច្រើនកន្លែងព័ត៌មានបន្ថែមសូមតាក់ទងតាមលេខទូរស័ព្ទ 077 822 088 070 822 088
ក្រុមហ៊ុនថ្នាំពណ៌ជាតិ Campaign ជាជំរើសដើម្បីសោភ័ណភាព
Ladies and gentlemen, let's see our contestant of English.
On card mobile សាមញ្ញរហ័សងាយស្រួល
ខ្ញុំត្រូវការទុនបន្ថែម
ខ្ញុំចង់រៀបចំក្រៅឲ្យល្អជាងនេះ
ខ្ញុំចង់ថែមស្រះមួយទៀត
ធ្វើម៉េចអាចពង្រីកអាជីវកម្មខ្ញុំបាន
តើអ្នកកំពុងត្រូវការដើមទុនពង្រីកអាជីវកម្មមែនទេឥឡូវនេះធនាគារអភិវឌ្ឍជនបទនិងកសិកម្មផ្ដល់ជូនឥណទានគាំទ្រសិប្បកម្មសហគ្រាសធុនតូចនិងមធ្យមជាមួយនឹងអត្រាការប្រាក់ត្រឹមតែ 5% ប៉ុណ្ណោះក្នុងមួយឆ្នាំកម្ចី $5,000 ការប្រាក់ត្រឹមតែ $21 ប៉ុណ្ណោះក្នុងមួយខែធនាគារអភិវឌ្ឍជនបទនិងកសិកម្មដើម្បីកសិករនិងអភិវឌ្ឍសេដ្ឋកិច្ចសង្គម
Alright, welcome back everyone to the second session of the English speaking competition. Now, today we will pick, well, as usual, we will pick questions from in the comment section to ask our contestants. So if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask those questions. And if it's a really good question and related to our topic, we will definitely pick it up for you. No matter how long the question is or how hard the question is, we will ask our contestants so that they can show their flexibility and their creativity in order to answer the questions. Now, we are still waiting for the questions, so in the meantime, I have another question for both of you. Alright, now do you think exam is a source of pressure to students?
Yes.
Why or why not? Which one?
It's source of pressure.
Yeah, the source of pressure. Is it a very bad pressure to students or a very good pressure to students?
Okay, yes. Yes, for me, I think that exam is a bad pressures of the student because sometimes they prepare many times for the exam, but when they start the exam, they cannot do it well because we see that students should not care a lot about the exam because we see many millionaires, most of millionaires, they fail with the studies. They are failure students. They are failure people, but for the business, they can do it well. Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Now, what about you? Do you think exam are a very bad kind of pressure?
Yes, I do. It is a bad pressure for students. As you can see nowadays, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport are giving students a hard time, especially for private school students. They just tell the student that the exam will be on this time, on the other time, or maybe next year, and the students are having a mental breakdown over a pressure from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport. So they tend to say that the exam is really bad for me. I could not take it. I could not go, or I cannot do well in exam because of this. And moreover, they tend to think that when it's come to their own school, it's kind of pressure them because they think that their school would give them a hard time, especially on examination. Thank you.
All right. Now, this is a very good question from Mr.TRY. I apologize if I pronounce your name wrong, but his question is, since you guys haven't reached university yet, so you can answer on your own opinion. So, is failing university exam worse than grade 12?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
As you may go first.
Can you explain me?
Okay, 12th grade exam, we have Baduk, isn't it? So if you fail Baduk, you feel like, oh no, I'm a bad student. But since you passed Baduk, but then you went to university and then you fail horribly in the university exam. Like, is it worse than failing Baduk, or is it better than failing Baduk? His question is like that. What is your opinion on that? Like, would you rather fail university exams, or would you rather fail Baduk exam if it were you?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Thank you for this question. I think that I would fail the university exam because I think that if I fail the Baduk exam, I can continue to study at university. But when I study at university, I can have a lot of chance to learn to have more knowledge that I have made at the university. So if I fail, I also have chance to continue, like open my own business, or apply for another jobs in our country. Yes.
All right, thank you. Now, Lina, what about you? Is failing university exams are worse than grade 12?
Thank you for your question. Actually, I think it's really bad, and I would feel bad if I actually fell in college. Because as you can see, most of the job requirement actually require you to have GPA 4 or GPA 2, which is half of the 4. And having GPA is great for you to get a high paid job. And if you fell in college, it's like you fell in one of your major, one of the job that you wanted to do so much. Failing in college is really bad actually. So that is all for my question, all for my answer.
Okay, now another question from Gang Pui Lee. All right, I apologize again if I pronounce your name wrong because I cannot pronounce like
good name.
Yes, good names, because my name is also weird. Okay, why some people fail the national exam but they succeed in their life? What might be the way, or what might be the cause that they succeed, or they might like skip college and do something else, or would they like acquire something new? What is your idea about this? Which one would like to go first?
All right, I go first.
Okay.
So thank you for your question. And actually, the reason why they can do well in their life even though they fail the national exam is because that they continue to study or to get the associated degree in the university of their own choice. And those associate degree actually have a high paid job, can provide a high paid job. For example, dental hygienist, physical therapist assistant, artist, musician. And moreover than that, they can even start their own business even though they don't have high school diploma. As long as they have creativity, as I have mentioned before, it is really important for them to start their own new thing for their own future career. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Now, SEANGHOUR, what do you think about this?
Yes, for me, I think that students that fail the national exam but they success in the business. Yes, I think that although they fail the national exam, it's not mean that they don't have any specific skill. They have their own ideas, so they can open their own business, and sometimes they can be entrepreneurs that can have a lot of that they can decrease the employment rate in our country also. Yes.
Okay. Now we almost reached an end of our competition, and I apologize to all those people who asked questions and we couldn't use it due to the time constraint. So you both have to ask each other one final question, which is the ultimate question that will either destroy your opponent or help your opponent. So who would like to go first?
I do.
All right.
Okay.
I have a question for you, which is related to family economy system. So if your family economic system is very bad and you fail your national exam, how would it affect you as a student, and how would it affect your parent as a people who bring income to your family?
Okay, yes, thank you. That is really touchful question. Yes, if I'm in a family that's very so poor and I failed the national exam, the thing that impact very strong is my parents, because there is the earners they earn income for our families, but I'm a child, I'm not doing well with my exam. So yes, it really is touchful, their feeling that they try to earn money for me. So if I want to recover everything, I will try to study more and more, or study for the whole years, but by setting goal that this years I will try to study. Yes, I will promise to my parents that I will get the good grade for my national exam again.
All right. Now, are you satisfied with his answer?
I'm very satisfied.
And do you have anything to add up more to this, or you have any ideas beside his?
I don't actually have more idea to add on, but I do have more questions. Am I allowed to ask?
No.
Oh, okay, thank you.
All right. Now, SEANGHOUR, it's your turn to ask her a question.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, for me, I also have a question for you. If our country have a high percentage rate of students failing the national exam, what happened to our society or our countries?
Yes, thank you for your question. As you can see, in 2014, there is a high rate of students failing the national exam. And you know what the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport did, right? Yes, they allow them to take the exam again. And the percentage of the student failing is decreased, and there are more students passing. So not only does it help the economy to grow, but it produces more human resources, as you can see. Moreover than that, their way of solving this problem also help students to know what it's like to be a human resource and to start their own business, to help opening up more job opening or job marketing for those employees who needed a job. So that is my answer.
Okay. Now, SEANGHOUR, are you satisfied with her answer?
Yes, for me, I do agree some of her points. Yes, I also want to add more.
Okay.
Yes, if our countries have a high percentage rate of failing students, it not mean that we fail a lot of human resources, but human resources is come from the failure students. Yes, because when they fail, they will try to study, try more to become human resources for our countries. Yes.
All right. Okay. Since the questioning is done, and it's almost over as well, Now, Lina, you have 1 minute to do the final conclusion or AKA reply speech.
Can we go first?
All right.
Can I go first?
Would you mind to go first?
Okay.
All right, please. 1 minute.
Yes. For conclusion, I want to sum up that if you fail or passing, if you fail the national exam, please don't care a lot. Don't care. Yes, but please don't give up because we still have chance. We still have opportunity to continue our life. So, yes, it means that we still have choice to do after we fail the national exams. Yes, as I have said at the beginning. As I said at the beginning. Yes, that's at all.
All right. Now it's your turn.
Okay. So, in conclusion, failing the national exam isn't the worst thing for a grade 4 student. Therefore, as a grade 4 student, we mustn't give up even though we fail. As you know, failing is not the end of the world, and there's a lot of opportunity, there's a lot of chances for you to recover or to redeem yourself after failing. You can always go back to school and try your best to pass the exam. Or you can just go straight to the university and get your degree and try your best to start your own business and get a great future career. Therefore, please vote for me as our 12th graders.
All right, thank you so much for astonishing deliveries.
Speech.
I am so moved to hear your ideas, both of you, of course. Now, as to all the brothers and sisters out there who are wondering like what you should do and what you should not do before batch 2, and these two have the best answer for you. And for those who have failed the exams last year, do not lose hope. As they said, don't care, but also don't give up. All right. Before we end the competition, I would like to thanks to CEO Institute and CEO Master Club for your enormous support in the Net Mentoring program. And as well as Learn Online Cambodia is the newest and easiest online learning platform in Cambodia. It helps Cambodians to achieve their dreams, success, happiness, encouraging growth in order to help Cambodia become a developed country. Learning Online Cambodia helps lives more successful. All right, we have come to an end of our competition, and we will see you guys, our beloved audience, next week on Thursday, the same time from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. All right. We wish you a very good week, and see you next week. ជម្រាបលា
ការបង្ហាញសមត្ថភាពទេពកោសល្យភាពក្លាហានរបស់យុវជនដ៏ធំបំផុតនៅទូទាំងប្រទេសកម្មវិធីប្រកួតប្រជែងយុវជនអ្នកបន្តវេនសិស្សថ្នាក់ទី12ទូទាំងប្រទេសរដូវកាលទី3ឆ្នាំ2020 សូមអញ្ជើញបងប្អូនយុវជនសិស្សថ្នាក់ទី12ចូលរួមប្រកួតប្រជែងសមត្ថភាពលើវិញ្ញាសាប្រឡងជ្រើសរើសសិស្សពូកែថ្នាក់ទី12ទូទាំងប្រទេសវិញ្ញាសាជជែកដេញដោលជាសាធារណៈជាភាសាខ្មែរនិងវិញ្ញាសាជជែកដេញដោលជាសាធារណៈជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសដែលមានផ្សាយផ្ទាល់ពីថ្ងៃច័ន្ទដល់ថ្ងៃព្រហស្បតិ៍ចាប់ពីម៉ោង 12:30 នាទីដល់ម៉ោង 1:30 នាទីរសៀលក្នុង Facebook Page អ្នកបន្តវេនរង្វាន់ធំសម្រាប់ម្ចាស់ជ័យលាភីទាំងអស់រួមមានម៉ូតូ កុំព្យូទ័រនិងអាហារូបករណ៍ស្មើនឹងទឹកប្រាក់ជាង 158 លានរៀលដាក់ពាក្យចូលរួមប្រកួតប្រជែងឥឡូវនេះតាមទូរស័ព្ទលេខ 023 ការ៉េ 6 555 086 608 889 011 643 036 កម្មវិធីនេះសហការរៀបចំដោយវិទ្យាស្ថាន CEO និង CEO Master Club ឧបត្ថម្ភធំដោយធនាគារឯកទេស Eon Cambodia PLC សហការឧបត្ថម្ភដោយធនាគារអភិវឌ្ឍជនបទក្រុមហ៊ុន Campaign ឆ្នាំពណ៌ជាតិ
កម្មវិធីអ្នកបំ បន្តវេនពិតជាមានសារៈសំខាន់ដល់សិស្សទី12ខ្លាំងណាស់ព្រោះថានៅលើវិញ្ញាសានីមួយៗក្នុងការប្រកួតប្រជែងសិស្សសឹងតែជាវិញ្ញាសាតាក់ទងទៅនឹងបញ្ហាចម្ងល់របស់សិស្សទី12ក្នុងការស្រាយនិងបញ្ហាប្រកួតប្រជែងគ្នាដើម្បីផ្ដល់នូវភាពងាយស្រួលដល់សិស្សទី12គ្រប់រូបហើយចំណុចសំខាន់មួយទៀតដែលកម្មវិធីអ្នកបន្តវេនផ្ដល់ឲ្យសិស្សទី12គ្រប់រូបនោះគឺសេចក្តីក្លាហានក្នុងការប្រកួតប្រជែង
Wow, they got an English speaking competition, so it hooked me, it inspired me, and I was so interested in joining the competition, so I registered into the Bontorvein program. I have no confidence that I am going to become the champion. I even tell my parents that, Mom, if I'm not gonna make it, please forgive me. But I never consider myself as a champion. I always consider myself as a learner because the further I reach, the more knowledge I can get.
បងប្អូននោះគាត់លើកយើងល្អណាស់គាត់ថាមិនសង្ឃឹមថាចូលរួមកម្មវិធីហ្នឹងទទួលបាន champion ទេប៉ុន្តែជា learning ជាការរៀនអាហ្នឹងគឺល្អមែនទេឃើញបងប្អូនខំប្រឹងរៀនសូត្របងប្អូនមានឱកាសដែលពីមុនមកពិបាកណាស់ក្នុងការស្វែងរកអាហារូបករណ៍ថ្ងៃនេះគាត់នៅឃើញជាស្ថានផ្ដល់អាហារូបករណ៍អ្នកជ័យលាភីមានទំហំទឹកប្រាក់រហូតដល់28លាន4ឆ្នាំហើយថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំឃើញក្មេងៗច្រើនហើយខ្ញុំចង់បញ្ជាក់មួយទៀតមោទនភាពបច្ចុប្បន្នរបស់ខ្ញុំមួយជាងសិង្ហបុរីជាងអាស៊ីជាងបណ្ដាប្រទេសផ្សេងៗខ្ញុំអត់ខ្លាចនិយាយរឿងថាមោទនភាពថាសិង្ហបុរីល្អជាងយើងខ្លាចជាសិង្ហបុរីគឺក្មេងៗយើងច្រើនជាងអញ្ចឹងហ្នឹងហើយជាទំពាំងស្នូលរស័យជាកម្លាំងស្នូលមួយដើម្បីជួយប្រទេសជាតិយើងហើយខ្ញុំឃើញថាពួកគាត់ពិតជាមានការផ្លាស់ប្រែធំមែនទែនហើយខ្ញុំពិតជាមានសេចក្តីសង្ឃឹមរីករាយដែលឃើញការលូតលាស់របស់គាត់ហើយខ្ញុំតែងតែមានសេចក្តីសង្ឃឹមថាពួកគាត់គឺជាអនាគតនៃអ្នកដឹកនាំទាំងក្នុងវិស័យឯកជនក៏អាចដូចជាក្នុងវិស័យរាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលនៅពេលអនាគតទៅតាមគោលបំណងរបស់គាត់រៀងៗខ្លួនកម្មវិធីបន្តវេនក៏ជាកម្មវិធីមួយដើម្បីតភ្ជាប់ពីបងប្អូនដែលនៅថ្នាក់ទី12ចឹងបងប្អូនដែលនៅថ្នាក់ទី12គឺយើងចាប់ផ្ដើមផ្សារភ្ជាប់គ្នាឲ្យហើយដើម្បីឲ្យបងប្អូនបានស្គាល់ពីវិទ្យាស្ថាន CEO ក៏ដូចជាបានស្គាល់ពីស្ថានភាពនិងបរិយាកាសធុរកិច្ចព្រោះកន្លងមកបងប្អូនអាចមានទស្សនវិស័យមានគោលដៅត្រឹមតែថារៀនហើយនឹងធ្វើការអ្វីមួយដើម្បីបានប្រាក់ចំណូលចឹងឲ្យតែបានរៀនហើយបានធ្វើការងារអ្វីមួយធ្វើប្រាក់ចំណូលគឺចប់ភាគច្រើនជាធម្មតាគឺយើងឃើញចឹងក៏ប៉ុន្តែវិជាសាន CEO ចង់ឲ្យបងឃើញទៅមកកម្រិតទៀតទៅជ្រុងមួយទៀតថាបងប្អូនមិនអាចមិនមែនមានឱកាសត្រឹមតែធ្វើការនោះទេតែបងប្អូនអាចមានឱកាសក្លាយទៅជាអ្នកដឹកនាំធុរកិច្ចនៅក្នុងវិស័យឯកជនក្លាយទៅជាសហគ្រិនក្លាយទៅជាម្ចាស់ក្រុមហ៊ុនជាម្ចាស់សហគ្រាសដែលចូលរួមចំណែកអភិវឌ្ឍប្រទេសជាតិយើងបានច្រើនតាមរយៈការបង្កើតផលិតផលសេវាកម្មថ្មីតាមរយៈការបង្កើតការងារឲ្យប្រជាពលរដ្ឋធ្វើដើម្បីកាត់បន្ថយចំណាកស្រុកហើយតាមរយៈការខ្លាយទៅជាទីកន្លែងដែលបណ្ដុះមនុស្សឲ្យបានកាន់តែច្រើននៅកន្លែងការងារនិងចូលរួមចំណែកនៅក្នុងការបង្កើនចំណូលជូនរដ្ឋតាមរយៈការបងពុននិងជាម្ចាស់ស្រុកដែលជាចាក់គល់នៅក្នុងសេដ្ឋកិច្ចដ៏រឹងមាំរបស់ប្រទេសកម្ពុជារបស់យើងនេះស្ដាប់បងបរាក៏ដូចបងវិធូទៅគឺពេញចិត្តមែនតើគឺការកសាងធនធានមនុស្សកម្ពុជាបើគេហៅថាដូនតាពូជពងហ្សែនណាអា genetic យើងខ្លាំងដែរធ្វើអង្គគ្រប់គ្រងប្រទេសមកតំបន់នេះយើងអាចត្រឡប់នាំគ្នាទៅមើលប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្រវិញពូជខ្មែរមិនធម្មតាទេហើយខ្ញុំដិតដាមនឹងជឿជាក់ថារឿងបដោះបដាលរឿងអប់រំនេះគឺសំខាន់ហើយមិញនឹងជ័យលាភីទាំងពីរនេះសិតតែមកពីភ្នំពេញតែស្ដាប់ថាការប្រកួតនឹងប្រកួតទូទាំងប្រទេសអ្នកភ្នំពេញខ្ញុំខ្លាំងណាប៉ុន្តែអ្នកភ្នំពេញសូមប្រយ័ត្នឆ្នាំក្រោយថែទាំជើងពៀនឲ្យជាប់ប្រយ័ត្នអ្នកខេត្តគេធ្វើស៊ីវិញអញ្ចឹងក្នុងនាមជាតំណាងរាជធានីភ្នំពេញក៏ដូចជាតំណាងឲ្យសហភាពសហព័ន្ធយុវជនកម្ពុជារាជធានីភ្នំពេញខ្ញុំបាទថ្ងៃនេះមានតែមួយទៅគឺថារំភើបសប្បាយរីករាយមែនទែនហើយសូមអបអរសាទរចំពោះជ័យលាភីបងប្រុសបងស្រីទាំងពីរនាក់
ហើយនឹងសូមអបអរសាទរនៅវិទ្យាស្ថាន CEO ក៏ដូចជា CEO Master Club ដែលបានទទួលជោគជ័យក្នុងការងារហើយក៏សូមជូនពរឲ្យវិទ្យាស្ថាន CEO កាន់តែជោគជ័យថែមទៀត
ហើយក៏ដូចជាសូមឲ្យក្រុមហ៊ុនដៃគូទាំងអស់ចូលរួមសហការជួយហើយក្នុងនាមខ្ញុំផ្ទាល់ក៏ដូចជាអគ្គនាយកដ្ឋានក៏ដូចជាក្រសួងការងារនិងបណ្ដុំបណ្ដាលជីវៈនៅតែចូលរួមគ្រប់គ្រងរាល់សកម្មភាពរបស់វិទ្យាស្ថាន CEO ក្នុងការជ្រើសរើសបេក្ខជនក៏ដូចជាជ្រើសរើសអ្នកដែលមានសមត្ថភាពក៏ដូចជាការបម្រើធនធានមនុស្សនៅកម្ពុជាដើម្បីចូលរួមគ្រប់គ្រងដល់វិស័យឧស្សាហកម្មក៏ដូចជាការដឹកនាំរបស់រាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលកម្ពុជា